עוד יותר, יוצרי התוכן של ישראל.
Good energy today.
Yes. As opposed to different days.
Last week you had good energy too with Yochai here.
Thank you, Yochai. Yeah.
Do you miss him?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
I miss Yochai a little bit. It was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
If you haven't listened to it yet,
he's such a character.
Go and listen to our the previous episode with Yochai Sponder. So much fun.
He was iconic.
Yes.
He's an icon.
He's an icon.
Yochai.
And I love doing iconic shit. Kim K.
Oh my God. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Recap. Events coming up. Cinco de Mayo show. Tickets are up, right?
Tickets are up.
Yeah.
Tickets are up. And also we're planning to do another show on the 26th. On the, I think, 20 or 21.
Okay.
Yet to be determined.
Okay. To be determined.
TBD with Erez Sefer, the guys that always
laugh through
a heartbreak.
Yeah.
We did the show together with Tiffany Haddish and Michael Rappaport in the Stamp Factory. So he's coming to Israel and he wants us to organize something either the 20 or the 21th of May. So May is going to be
amazing.
Full
Yay,
shows.
that's so fun.
It's going to be awesome. We love Erez and it's going to be an amazing show. So we'll let you guys know.
Yes. And then next Friday, Matan, you're also invited. We're having hummus and beer pong.
Hummus and beer pong?
Yeah.
Where?
On a rooftop in Tel Aviv with an Israeli community called Aliyah, bridging the gap between Israelis and Olim.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's 90 shekels, unlimited...
unlimited hummus?
Unlimited hummus, pita, alcohol, and yeah.
Rami, come with me. My brother Rami.
You guys should come.
He's getting married tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so yes.
That's huge.
So it's Friday noon?
Friday noon, yeah.
Oh,
on a rooftop. I'll send you the details, yeah.
On the rooftop?
Yeah.
No limit?
Unlimited.
Unlimited hummus and beer pong?
Yep.
Count me in.
And American Girls.
Count me in. I don't care about...
Okay.
I do care about the American Girls. But more... Rami is going to be married by then. So
okay.
Oh my God. That sounds like so much fun.
Okay, perfect. So you're in.
Wow.
Probably.
Okay. No,
guys,
100%.
Matan's going to be there, so everyone else.
Hummus and beer pong? I mean.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so Matan knows this. Yesterday, I interviewed at the Jerusalem Post Women's Summit. I got asked to speak there. It was my first big break. But what happened was I asked to interview at the red carpet a few women leaders in tech and business. And last minute, they texted me yesterday. They were like, we want you to interview First Lady Michal Herzog.
Bougie's wife.
Which was crazy. So they asked me to draft a few questions for her, and I told them, okay, sababa. And they wanted me to make a reel out of it after, like Jerusalem Post, Olim, and TLV. And I told them I want it to be like Olim and TLV's brand and humor. So they were like, okay, draft a few questions. So I'm going to read you the questions I drafted to ask the First Lady of Israel. What's your biggest piece of advice to new olot who are looking to date an Israeli guy? What are the essential do's and don'ts for successful dating experience in Israel?
She's been married for like 100 years now.
Olim know that the president's name is bougie. Does that mean he's actually bougie? Are you a Swiftie? If so, what's your favorite song? So I sent them this. I got a response within 30 minutes being like, hey, we want this to be more centered around women in leadership and tech. So this is what I ended up getting approved to ask. What advice would you give to a lot who are looking to integrate into Israeli business world? What advice would you give to a younger version of yourself? And how is Israel's approach to women in tech different from what you've seen in other countries?
Oh my God.
So took a big 180.
Yeah, because you don't ask the First Lady of Israel, are you a Swiftie? Somebody should punch you in the stomach. One of the security guards, boom.
So her executive assistant came up to me. She was like, just for the record, I had to Google what that was.
But the bougie question is funny.
It is funny.
Is your husband actually bougie? Oh my God. I don't know how you survive in this world, really.
I don't know
That's a mystery
either.
to me.
Fake it till you make it.
Yes.
Kind of. Yeah, but it was hilarious. No, she was very sweet. She was very, very sweet.
Oh,
and
she
kind.
wasn't a bitch? That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
Have you
nice.
ever met her?
No,
Okay.
but she looks like an awesome lady.
Maybe we should have her on the pod.
You think?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe the first lady. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Listen, if I wasn't approved to ask these questions, I don't know if she'd be approved to be on this.
Yeah, she'd be on the podcast and I will be like, okay, the next game is Marry Kill with the first lady. Bibi Netanyahu, Bougie Herzog, Hassan Nasrallah.
No, Michelle Obama, Melania Trump.
Oh God. Okay.
But no, it was really fun.
That's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing that you did
Got to that place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then one other current event / news I want to discuss is Selena Gomez, Benny Blanco's new album.
Amazing.
Have you listened to it?
No.
She's on our side now. You know, Benny Blanco's Jewish.
Of course
we're
I know
star
who
of
it
David.
is. Yeah.
Apparently, rumors are that she's converting.
To Judy? Oh.
Rumors.
Rumors, huh? Because she was crying about the illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
The dumb bitch. Her name in Hebrew, if she's converting, Selena? Sharona, I think, no?
I could see that. Yeah.
Sharona Gomez? Great.
Benny Blanco's actual real name is Levine, I think.
What? Benny Levine?
Yeah. No, Benjamin something.
Benjamin is a Jewish name.
Yeah, but his last name's Levine, so Selena Levine? Something like that.
Sharona Levine?
Levin,
Oh,
yeah, maybe.
God, wow.
I might be wrong. I think his last name. Anyways, so apparently
That's
rumors are their wedding's gonna be like with a chuppah and rabbi and everything. That's gonna be
all the Jews, all the A-list Jews of the United States.
Yeah.
Scooter Braun is gonna be there 100%.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh my God, that's
Yeah. It's a
big,
huge win for us.
all the big Jews.
Huge win. Have you listened to the new album?
No, but
It's
I
actually
will.
pretty good.
He's
talented.
He's behind almost every hit that we know. He's behind everything, and I love. He's got a podcast now that I kind of see the clips on it on TikTok, and he's talking about like, oh, this is how I wrote Moves Like Jagger. This is how I wrote.
He wrote Moves Like Jagger?
Yeah, that's how I gave this song to this guy because it was originally for this guy. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I love listening to him talking about how the hits that we know came to life. It's very interesting.
He also is like a chef. He does cooking stuff. He does everything.
He's doing cooking cooking
videos. Yeah.
The thing about Benny Blanco that I've seen on the show of Lil Dicky,
Okay.
they talked about the fact that you're like, dude, I want to record an album. He needs to come living with you for like a month. He's just sleeping on your couch. You're recording music all day. And then when you're done, he's going back. Like, he's leaving. You know, he's your roommate for the period of time that you guys make the album. And then he leaves, which is
so cool.
Crazy.
Has he ever been to Israel? I don't think so.
I don't know. We should bring him here.
Yeah,
we should bring him to the pod.
Don't worry, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, let's go. You got to the first lady.
Yeah.
You know?
Benny Blanco on the Olim and TLV pod.
If you're listening, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Benny, if you're listening.
Could you imagine?
Why not?
Oh my God. But anyways, the album's really good. Highly recommend.
I will listen to it. I love Benny Blanco. I really do.
And Selena Gomez?
You know, I love the fact that he loves her.
Okay. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. At least it's not a response like a Swiftie. Next.
Yes.
Okay, so this topic is actually Liat, my best friend, who's a huge fan of Maton's. Like Maton's #1 fan, comes to every comedy show, takes the same picture every time.
She knows every joke.
Every joke by heart. Of all the comedians at the stand-up factory.
When I'm sick, she's performing.
Literally. And she still laughs every time, which is nice. Yeah. So I wanted to discuss also Aliyah terminology with you.
Okay.
So a few friends and I were discussing how we use the term making Aliyah for Olim Chadashim.
It's true.
But why don't we coin the term making Aliyah for Israelis moving to Tel Aviv also? Because no one actually grows up in Tel Aviv, and realistically, we all move to Israel to live in Tel Aviv, and Israelis move to Tel Aviv also. So, like, could I just go up to an Israeli person on the street and be like, when did you make Aliyah? Like, and he'll be like, what? And I'll be like, to Tel Aviv.
I don't think
we kind of want to coin that term.
I think it's degrading for the people who actually made Aliyah. You know, you left your country, you left the comfortable of your home, your parents, and you came here to this country, which is not easy, and it's amazing. But if you left Gani Avne to move to Tel Aviv, you didn't make Aliyah, because moving to Tel Aviv is not Aliyah, it's a Yerida. You know, it's the downhill. If you move to Tel Aviv,
Depends from where. If you move from Bat Yam to Tel Aviv.
Yerida.
Really?
Yes, 100%.
Chulon to Tel Aviv.
Yerida, steep Yerida. Yeah.
What's a Yerida?
Living in Tel Aviv, for me, disgusting. Hate it. I don't understand it. It's not like, it's always traffic jams, always crowded, always a lot of noise and people. So pricey for no reason. We talked about this so many times.
I know.
I know that it's your mecca for American girls.
Not
Tel Aviv.
just all Olim.
I know, no, not all Olim, but I think the moment Olim understands that there's areas outside of Tel Aviv, they fall in love with it.
Okay.
They fall in love with it.
But I kind of built this Aliyah, new Aliyah dictionary and terminology.
Okay,
I kind of wanted to go
I know
over
it's going to
with you.
piss me off. I know. So let's just be over with it.
So it's funny you mentioned Yerida, because I wrote Yerida for Tel Avivians who moved to the suburbs.
I don't know. She's just trying. She's trying to antagonize me.
So Yerida for Tel Avivians who moved to the suburbs. Ole Vatik for anyone who's lived in TLV longer than 3 years.
Okay. Ole Vatik. Okay.
Senior citizen for anyone who's lived in Tel Aviv longer than 10 years.
Okay.
Like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
After 10 years?
Yeah.
Senior citizen. And then criminals for anyone who's lived in TLV longer than 15 years. This should be illegal.
Oh, you think? To live in Tel Aviv over 15 years?
I think
Yeah, that makes sense. But
what are you doing at this point?
Where do you want to move eventually?
In an ideal world?
Yeah.
Moshav.
Really?
Yeah.
Moshav, that's interesting. That's actually...
B'nai Tzion Batzra. You know that, Moshav?
Yeah. Why that specifically?
My family and I lived there for a few years.
And you loved it.
I loved it.
And you want to go back.
When I am married and have kids.
So your ultimate goal is to get married and move to a moshav?
Yeah.
That's very Israeli, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so Israeli.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
I wish it for you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Not with a guy from
Not
Tel
together
Aviv.
and not together.
And
but
not together, obviously. But
why obviously?
You always, Noah, always. Anyway, I wish you the best.
Thank you. So I wanted to ask, do you have a mini dictionary for repurposed Aliyah terms for internal Israeli migration that you can think of? I just gave you mine.
Yeah.
You said Yerida, the opposite.
No, it's funny because you said mini dictionary and it's very confusing.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have a mini dictionary? Yes, I do. But it's okay. It's not the size. It's the motion of the ocean.
If you know, you know.
Sure, that could work.
Know.
If you know, you know. A mini dictionary? No, I don't. I have a very,
But you guys have
proportional
slang.
size dictionary. It's fine. I didn't get any complaints about my dictionary.
Thus far. But you guys have like terms used for like יש כזה, someone said בת ים וחולון, like there's
Chubatim.
Chubatim or something.
Yeah, people from Bat Yam and Chulon,
like, just terms from like Tzfonbonim.
Tzfonbonim.
Like, can you give us some terms like that to like...
Ask me, I'll explain. Tzfonbon, it's for northern Tel Aviv.
Okay.
People from northern Tel Aviv.
What does it mean?
Basically like a condescending, fragile snowflake.
Okay.
That's Tzfonbon.
Okay.
Okay? Tzfonbon. Don't talk like this about Ethiopian people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
She never seen one.
Are they like princessy, like... Okay.
So much, yeah.
Okay.
Snowflakes. Just Tzfonbon, it's so much money. They got always like a lot of family money. And they love getting offended, and you know
the equivalent of New York Japs and
yes, Tzfonboni. Japs are Tzfonboniot in a way.
Okay.
Yeah. Chubatim is the term for Chulon Bat Yam.
Are you considered a chubat?
No, because I live there. I rent there. But if you born and raised in Chulon Bat Yam, you're a chubati at heart.
Negative association or positive association?
It depends who you ask. That depends on the source.
Okay. If I ask you,
some people will say I'm a chubati, and some people say chubati. It depends. Depends who's saying that.
Wait, so if I'm asking you, negative or positive term?
I love living in Chulon.
Okay.
One day, my kids will be a proud chubati.
Okay.
Or New Yorkers, we'll say.
Okay. Are there any other terms that our listeners should be familiar with?
I don't know. In Hebrew, slang terms in Hebrew.
For like geographical, like...
בוא נראה, דרומים. But when you say dromim, it's not really more than the actual geographical place. It's more like a state of mind.
Okay.
Dromim and hot temper,
Okay.
Just a little bit problematic.
Okay.
דרומים. מה עוד יש? What else? שחר. What else? Slang for
anything for Herzliya, Northerners?
Geographical. פלצנים.
פלצנים.
הרצליה, פלצנים.
קרייתים.
קרייתים.
What's קרייתים?
It's from Krayot, up north, next to Haifa. You got Haifa and the Krayot.
Okay.
Kiryat Bialik, Kiryat Motskin, Kiryat...
Yeah.
So Kiryatim, it's also like a geographical thing, but more so a state of mind and like a code of conduct in a way.
Elaborate.
Because
what's our reputation?
some Kiryatim moved to Tel Aviv.
Okay.
But when you be like, oh, but you're very, like, you take care of yourself, you do whatever needs to be done. It's just like, I'm Kiryatit. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Originally from the Krayot, so
Good association or bad? Again, depending on
good and bad.
Okay.
Hot temper, but get shit done.
Okay.
So it's good and bad.
Okay. I hope this. I learned
My
something.
agent, Irene, she's a Kiryatit.
Okay.
And you can tell.
Okay.
After like 3 seconds of a phone call, listen. You're pissing me the fuck off. It's
Nice.
like a Tel Avivian will not say that.
Okay.
A Kiryatit will.
What? And that's in the north, you said?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. I just learned something new today. Thank you.
That's what we're here, folks.
Yeah, that's what we're here
to teach
for.
Noah a bunch of new things that she already knew because she's an Israeli.
From Rosh Hashanah, right?
From Rosh Hashanah, yes. Stop pretending. Every episode.
Every episode.
התימניה הזאת,
Here we go. Every episode. Most consistent thing in my life.
Yes.
Okay, so summer's approaching, Matan.
Yes.
Let's talk about the summer dating scene in Israel.
There's a summer dating
There is a
scene?
summer dating scene.
Really?
Did you know that between March and May,
Okay.
it's statistically proven that it is breakup season in Israel. Everyone ending
Between March and May?
Yeah. Everyone is ending their winter situationship and freeing themselves up for the summer.
So there is a bunch of girls that should wait for them to break up from their
Situationships, relationships. But did you not know that?
No.
No?
I didn't.
Statistically proven.
So I'm waiting.
By Olim and TLV.
You know who you are. I'm waiting in the bushes.
Dating apps become 50% tourists during the summer in Israel.
That's true. Love it.
And let's talk about the Taglit season phenomenon.
I love Taglit girls.
Do you know the Taglit season phenomenon?
No. Please explain.
Can you
elaborate?
From context clues?
Yes, obviously because all the trips from Taglit come here and they have I was security guard for Birthright for like a year and a half, so I know. But it's awesome. I love Taglit girls. Love them.
Maton's face just really lit up right now.
Yeah, because I owe them a lot, I owe them a lot.
The Taglit season phenomenon is basically when all the Birthright girls come to Israel and dominate every place in Tel Aviv.
Yes, they do.
And all the Israeli girls become jealous and all the Israeli guys end up going out with them. And it just, it's a phenomenon.
And I have something to say for the Israeli girls who's jealous of the Taglit girls. Be better. You're the problem. You're the problem. We're having fun with them because they're fun. You're a sour-faced bitch. And it's not nice. So learn from them how to be nice to us.
Which Israeli girl hurt you?
What? They hurt me. They know who they are.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I would be
not all of them, obviously. Israeli girls. Israeli girls are the best in the world in terms of family.
That took
and understanding. Israeli girls.
Yeah.
Look at my exes. Not all of them, but look at my exes. Amazing. American girls, it's nice until you get to an actual like 6 months relationship. Then you realize the cultural gap. The beginning is all honeymoon phase. It's amazing. She's American. You brag to your friends, and she's gorgeous and she's awesome. You're having a lot of fun, but having like a proper fight in English is exhausting. And even with my English, when you're angry, it's just half Hebrew.
You know what a hybrid is?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you need a hybrid.
So it's a half, like, I know I had a relationship with an American girl, and then she did something, whatever, and we were going at it, and at some point I was like, I'm tired. my brain is like hummus. My brain is mashed potatoes. I can't be mad at you and then translate it in my head and then try to, it's just ruin everything. Yeah. It comes to like, kusemek. It's just what happens, So obviously, yeah, but I need a hybrid.
Yeah.
That's everything is to get the,
Me?
not you.
Okay, cool.
A different hybrid.
Okay.
A blonde hybrid with blue eyes hybrid.
And Russian preferably.
Preferably.
So as someone who's had experience being on Birthright trips, you were a Birthright security guard?
That's true.
Multiple times. Right? Multiple times, yeah. So as someone who's had experience on these trips, I wanted to ask you, do you think a summer Birthright romance is realistic?
90% of the times, no.
Okay.
But there's a 10 to 15% that actually met on Birthright and got together. Yeah. And she moved here or whatever. And I heard like a bunch of stories. Obviously, that's not the norm. Obviously, it's over and she got back to her life or whatever. And Rami, my brother, is here and he remembers my Birthright fling that turned into a relationship. Amanda. I
was just about to ask you, did you have a summer Birthright romance?
Yeah, and it turned into a relationship. Wow. She moved here. She went to an ulpan.
Matan convinced someone to make Aliyah?
Almost.
Wow. Almost.
I was so close.
You were so close.
But then her family was like, no fucking way. Like, get back here right now. And she moved back, and now she's got short hair, and she's a weirdo. But when she was here, thank you. But when she's like a hippie weirdo, whatever. But when she was here, we had so much fun. Does she still support us? I don't know. Okay. We're not really.
Yeah.
I bet she supports something annoying.
Okay.
I bet.
So, in summary.
Mama, what?
Really?
She supports Palestine? You see what happens when you don't make Aliyah on time?
Or when people date, when American girls date Matan? Yeah.
I didn't do shit. Her family was like, she's all like hippie and like, ooh.
From New York?
Yeah. So, yeah. So
in summary, 10 to 15% chance of a summer Birthright romance being realistic.
I give it 15% chance.
Okay.
Don't give up hope, but be realistic.
Okay. So what's also interesting during the summer here on the dating apps, there are like specific dating app opening lines that a lot of people use. A lot of guys, girls. So I'm going to read you a few of them and I want you to say what you think. If you've
opening lines?
Yes, on dating apps.
Let's rate them 1 to 10. Let's go.
Are you here on Birthright?
Common. 5. That's,
How long you in Israel for?
5. Legit. It's a part of a conversation.
Yeah, no, but these are like, I'm telling you, these are like the top 3.
Amazing.
Yeah. Looking for someone to show me around Tel Aviv. Like the tourists write that on their hinge, on their prompts.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
But for all our listeners, like everyone on the apps can really relate to this. Like the prompts on all the dating apps changed during this time. And it's really interesting to see the shift in the seasons here.
So Israeli girls, write your bio in English and trick us. Let's go. Well, looking for someone to show me around Tel Aviv. And then you come and it's a Linor from, from Be'er Sheva. And you're like, what the hell is going on? She's like, I'm looking for someone to show me around Tel Aviv.
She made Aliyah from Be'er Sheva.
Yeah, I made Aliyah from Be'er Sheva.
Oh my God. Matan, I want you to share a summer dating experience or disaster story that you might have.
I have so many disaster stories. It's not even funny.
But for summer, like a typical...
Oh, for summer. Yeah. It was warm outside. My heart was exploding and I destroyed myself, but it wasn't hot. a weird dating story.
Do you ever like go to the beach and get your phone stolen? I feel like it's a common.
I don't really go to the beach. We talked about this.
yeah.
I hate the beach.
Yeah.
Like I love the water, but I hate the experience of the sand in your butt crack. You know.
So what's your like go-to summer date spot? Where do you take the
restaurants on the beach? Like
okay,
you know,
no sand.
no sand. It's
ocean view.
In Ashdod, for example, love it. And I go like if the girl is from Ashdod, Ashkelon, blah blah blah. I take her to Ashdod, Chof Akshatot. Amazing. Love it there. It's so close to the beach, and you get a chair, and it's very nice, and the food is good, the drinking is good. Yeah, you know. I think my best dates were in Ashdod. Yeah, the last relationship, the summer relationship that I had started
Summer situationship or relationship?
No, relationship. It started from a date on the beach in Ashdod, but in like you know, in a restaurant. Yeah.
And kind of going off this summer season, there's a term that Olim have coined, Tel Aviv summer FOMO.
What does that mean?
You know what FOMO is, right?
I know.
Obviously,
what FOMO means,
you know it. But we coined this term because when summer hits in Tel Aviv, we always feel like there's so much going on, and it's very hard to keep up with all the events. And like, if you stay in one night, you automatically feel FOMO. Whereas in the winter, that never happens. Like Tel Aviv is a FOMO city.
Yeah.
There's always so much stuff going on. There's always parties, events, but in the summer, it hits differently. So with all our listeners who are coming this summer, who will probably experience this FOMO.
I got a FOBO.
A FOBO?
Fear of being out.
Oh, okay. Is that a thing?
For
or did
me,
you just make that? Okay.
For me, I love staying at home. When I'm outside, I'm like, oh, I had so much fun at home. You know, that's a FOBO right there.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So maybe.
So if you're introverts and if you feel like something, if you felt like this and you didn't know the term, FOBO.
You're not gonna have FOBO if you come to Tel Aviv. You live in Holon.
Yes, but I'm 36 years old and have two working, you know, brain unot. So yeah.
Have you ever attended the Tel Aviv summer events like White Night, Gay Pride, beach parties, that kind of stuff? No?
Hell no.
Okay. And there's not going to be a first for that?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Never.
White Night for our listeners, Laila Levan.
White Night, yes.
Nachon? Yeah.
Nachon.
It's you stay up all night, just parties, dress in white.
Yes. It's a white night, you know.
Gay Pride is as it sounds.
You
Pride
do cocaine.
Parades.
Again.
Yeah. Beach parties.
You do cocaine.
Do cocaine.
That's exactly it. Weddings, cocaine in the bathroom. Exactly. That's how you party.
But no,
Sabich nights, cocaine and sabich. It's all the same.
English stand-up comedy nights.
No.
Okay.
There you don't do cocaine.
Draw the line.
You smoke weed. It's
okay, draw the line. Draw the line. But really, us Olim, we feel like there's a financial impossibility of attending everything. There's so much going on.
And a schedule.
And a schedule. What could you recommend to all the Olim who feel this summer FOMO? Like
2 words. Calm down. 3 words. 4 words.
Okay.
Calm the down. Thank you.
He knew. He
knew exactly what is coming.
He knew it was coming.
It's fine. The moment you realize that you would never make it to every party, choose wisely the parties that you go to and stick with them. That's okay. And it's okay to rest at home after like a raging, you know, white night. Stay at home. Relax. Enjoy. You don't have to be everywhere every time. You know, you don't have to, and you won't enjoy it. You won't enjoy it. Like hummus, you know?
Hummus and beer pong.
Hummus and beer pong?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But next night, I'm not going to go to just like a party and a rooftop. I don't care about that. You know?
So my next question, I guess, is kind of irrelevant, but I was going to ask you, what's your favorite summer activity in Tel Aviv?
Listen, it's really shaping up to be an unlimited hummus and beer pong.
Wait, let's see how the event goes. You're putting the stakes high.
Of course.
The pressure's high.
What do you mean? I can eat as much
Have
hummus.
you ever played beer pong?
Of course.
Are you good at it?
Yeah, relatively. For an Israeli.
I'm going to beat you in beer pong so hard.
Yes, because you're American, kinda. But I'm going to beat you in hummus eating.
That's for sure.
We should play hummus pong. And then you will see plates of hummus, and when you're there, and you have to eat the whole plate of hummus.
No, we could actually put hummus in the red cups instead of a beer.
Eek, no. Yucky yak. No.
Hummus pong.
Hummus pong. But with like small bowls.
Yeah.
And you throw eggs.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It's going to be so much fun. I'm actually, for the first time, excited. Every time she tells me about like an event, I'm like, no, don't worry about it. You know I hate those things.
Yeah.
But she keeps offering, which is cute. But
That is
beer
cute of you.
pong and hummus, I mean, 90
Amazing.
shekels, limitless.
Yeah. Don't worry, you're the Olim big brother, so you don't.
I will pay the 90 shekels. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for Rami.
Okay.
You know, and for me, obviously. And maybe we ask David if he wants to come. We're going to make like a Friday out of it. Yes, because we eat hummus every Friday.
Who's David?
Not every.
Who's David?
My brother.
Okay.
We try to like every Friday noon, like around 1 or whatever, we eat hummus at my apartment in Hulon.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we order for like somebody, maybe not hummus, maybe this and that. But Friday? Let's do this.
Perfect. Next Friday, not this one.
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
The Friday that is.
Yeah.
What is the date?
April 4th.
April 4th.
I will send to you. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Don't worry. So you don't have a favorite summer activity?
Staying at home.
Cool. We're on to the hot takes.
That's it? We're done?
Yep.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Sorona is making a comeback.
You think? I hope so. I liked it.
I don't think, but someone
Yeah?
thinks.
That's the only place.
Did it just go down after the terrorist attack? Like, is that
I
why?
don't think so. I think it's
The
people just
location,
realize
like
it's
what?
very pricey. Everything is so pricey.
Is that
in
why?
Sarona market. But it's the only place that foreign press know. Every time I got
Right.
interviewed to foreign press, Sarona, Sarona
Yeah.
market. So I've been there so many times, and it's nice. It's a nice place.
It's nice. They have good food too.
They have good food.
So you think it's just because it's pricey it went downhill?
Yeah.
Like if they lower the prices all there, you think it would be popping
Obviously,
again?
you can't call something shuk and make it so pricey. The thing about a shuk, it's that it's low prices.
Right.
So don't call it shuk Sarona.
Shuk is a market, by the way.
Yeah, don't call it Sarona market and make it
Right.
pricey like a mall.
Right. Agreed. Next one. Running into people from high school is so fun.
Depends who you were in high school. Depends who you were.
I wouldn't call it
Depends-
fun.
You know,
Stressful.
for fatties like us, former fatties,
Correct.
you know,
Correct.
meeting someone from high school is a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
It's a lot of trauma. For former athletes or class president, cheerleaders,
yeah.
obviously it's amazing because you peaked in high school.
Right.
Us, we're peaking right now,
Right,
baby.
right.
Woo! Meet us in 10 years about,
Yeah.
never mind. But yeah, we didn't, yeah. it
And in
depends.
Israel, it's common. You guys run into people all the time here, right?
Because it's a small country.
Yeah. But it's true. Like, do you ever just walk on the street and see someone you know from high school?
No, because I don't walk on the street. But,
So what do you do?
Social media, when I walk, the social equivalent of walking into somebody.
I guess you don't live in Tel Aviv, so it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. The song Tamid Ohev Oti is bad.
He's so good.
Can you sing a few lyrics from it so we're following?
והשם יתברך תמיד אוהב אותי ותמיד יהיה לי רק טוב ויהיה לי עוד יותר טוב ועוד יותר טוב ועוד יותר טוב ועוד יותר טוב.
It wasn't me. Wait, by the way, that was like the Purim anthem. Like it was playing on every
Yes.
street in Purim. I didn't submit this hot take.
Listen to me.
Why are you saying fuck
Listen
you?
to me.
Why are you saying? Why are you
I
blaming?
will fight anyone who says this song is bad. Anyone. You understand me? Look me in the eyes. If you think
Oh my god, he gets
Tamid
scary.
Ohev Oti, if you think Tamid Ohev Oti is a bad song, get the fuck out of my country right now.
Is it a new song?
Yes, relatively new.
Okay, so that's why it's been like
Amazing.
playing everywhere. Yeah.
Keeps me alive. This
Okay.
song keeps me alive.
Yeah? You listen to it
Yeah.
frequently?
First time I watched it, talked about it in my Hebrew podcast. First time I watched the video clip. We were having a Friday hummus, and the songs are on shuffle on the TV, and this song came on, and I've never seen the video clip before, and I watched it and I cried. Yes,
What's the song about? It's about God loving you?
Togetherness and you know, family and everything will be fine at the end, which you need to hear in Israel. And you know, and for somebody who had so like a rough patch of like 32 years, this song really like unbelievable. So optimistic. So good. The music video is all about like soldiers and Haredi people and like old people. Everybody's like dancing together. So if you hate that song, yeah.
Okay. Wow. I didn't expect that to get so heated.
Don't me. Or Sasson Shaul.
I'm gonna watch a video after. Just
you should. And if you hate the song, watch the music video.
Okay.
Please do. You will change your mind so fast. And if you don't, get out.
So the next two takes we kind of already talked about. So I don't
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Beach dates are the worst type of date.
We talked about it. Yeah, we talked about this.
You agree too.
Sand in the butt crack.
I hate sand.
Yes, I hate sand in the butt crack or anywhere else, you know.
And then the last one we also talked about, birthright romance never works out in a real life.
Not never, but we talked about this.
Yeah, I think this is someone who just had a little birthright romance.
I got to ask you, because we're about to finish, I got to ask you, for American girls to come here and they have the intention to stay, right? Not talking about like...
You're not talking about birthright.
2 weeks or 10 days or whatever. Not birthright. Okay. I'm talking about an actual, like, you're visiting here, and I met a bunch of girls that are visiting here in intention to, like, check out the field. They're not quite sure yet if to make Aliyah or not. What are the things that they're looking for? A
husband?
No. What will convince them? A husband will convince. That's the only thing.
Literally, that's I think 80% of the reason girls move here, to give it a try. That's what they need.
For a husband?
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting. But obviously there's a lot of girls who made Aliyah without like the intention. You know what I mean?
They're still here to find a husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. What made you made Aliyah?
I was going to come here for a year or two and then move to New York. And
what happened?
I loved it.
Really?
I loved it.
You love the Israeli vibe?
I love the Israeli vibes, but we'll see how long I last. You have to find me a husband.
We'll find you a husband. Find me a wife. I need that green card.
How many times have I tried setting you up? Many times. And how many times have...
Not many times.
I don't want to name the names now, but I can count off my finger a few times where I sent you even profiles of girls.
I need to, you know my type.
Yeah.
You know my type.
Yeah. Do you know my type?
Kinda.
Okay, so.
Yeah. So yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
We'll try to.
Yeah.
I need that green card because Yochai.
He already got it.
He found the loophole, and when you're married to an American, you don't have to. When you go to the States, you don't have to have work visa, which is amazing for a stand-up comedian. So, blonde Russian American girls, please marry me. I need
no requirements whatsoever.
Just be nice.
Yeah,
that's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Keep commenting, keep sending us DMs, keep sharing. Anything else?
No, we love you guys. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
עוד יותר, יוצרי התוכן של ישראל.
רדיו